Hey guys, how you doing? Tonight we are checking out Tom MacDonald, Proud to Be a Problem. Um, I should have got this one way sooner than I did, but I got someone gave me a little side quest to do, and I ended up doing a bunch of reactions to someone I found, and no complaints, no regrets, and I'll be continuing to react to them because they're great artists. But tonight we are doing Tom MacDonald, Proud to Be a Problem. The link will be down below. Um, and before we get going, I do want to say a couple things. Uh, man, I tell you what, when I started checking out these other artists that I was looking at, they Tom and all of these artists, they kind of know each other, and they kind of, they do music together, they do collabs and things of that nature, and I always love the collabs. The collabs is awesome. But I am finding out really quick that the YouTube thing is like it's not just the musicians, it's the the fans, it's the reactors, it's the artists. They all kind of intermingle together, and it's one of the most interesting things that I have ever experienced. I don't know if other reactors or other people have ever discussed this, but there is like a family type thing going on here, and some of it's positive and some of it's negative. Family environments, sometimes people clash and fight, but I kind of look at the YouTube thing as like a family. Sometimes people are clashing, sometimes people are fighting. People like certain types of music, they bash other people, they gets into, and sometimes people disagree, right? And I got no problem with that. That's just life. But it's just super. I was thinking about it today, and it was just really consuming my mind, all of the intricacies of, YouTube that are probably unseen and unnoticed by a lot of people. But, I start talking to you, which I love. You guys are like super intelligent, and you're giving me scenarios. You're filling me in on, the Kardashian stuff that's going on in the background with these artists. And it's just blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind like 100 times over. Like I can't even, there's stuff that I have reacted to, and I watched it, and I'm saying, oh, hey, I think he means this and he's doing that and XYZ. But then you guys fill me in, and you'll say something like, well, he said that because he had a falling out with this person, and then this person stabbed him in the back, and and it's like, what in the F? It's mind blowing, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's the rap game, right? It's the new modern day rap game, and it's within YouTube. It's a trip. It's a trip. I love it though, man. Tonight I'm gonna tell my wife some stuff that I've been kind of learning. I'm not gonna get into it right now because if you say the wrong thing, then you're bastardized in YouTube, and you can't. You got the YouTube folks, they're coming down on you. You can't say certain things. Then you got, the people that are watching you, they don't want you to say certain things. And then you got the artists, and they don't want you to say certain things. And then here's the reactor. You're kind of like cowering down. I'm going to be me no matter what. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to say except my wife. Anyway, that took too much of your time already. Tom's looking good. Looks like he slimmed down a little bit. I've lost about 9 pounds, but I got Ironman Chattanooga next year. So my injury is fully healed, and I am feeling good. I'm getting my swims in, and I just have to make oh my gosh, it's so hard to, if you are active in your life, it's so difficult. I get up, I go swimming every morning at 4 a.m., 5 days a week. And, I swim a couple miles every morning. At lunch, I usually go running for a few miles. And then, every other day on the run. And then I do a bike. I ride probably 20 to 50 miles a day on the bike. And then on the weekends, I usually get a 100-mile ride in. And then I've got to work 12 hours a day and make my wife happy, which is impossible. If she sees this, I'm dead. But, I'm just saying I got to get this schedule down somehow. I've got to get it down to where I could just kind of, that's how I am. That's how I am. It just keeps me busy. And this YouTube thing, I don't think I've ever shared this with you guys. I'm getting closer to retirement. And one of the reasons why I started this YouTube thing up is so I have something to keep me occupied, because I'm very active. And if I don't have too many things going on in my life, then I am extremely bored. I have to be almost overwhelmed with everything to keep me busy. That's kind of how I am. And I mean, you guys can probably see it in my reactions. I'm all, looking at this, looking at that, and doing all kind of stuff. With that, the link will be down in the description, and I hope you enjoy my reaction. All right, here we go.
We've all been hooked on something. Coffee, cocaine, or cigarettes. And we've all been asked to sell our souls for a nicer office and a bigger check. And we've all been at the bottom, had the lights cut off, barely paying rent. And we've all been in love with someone who said they'd stay, but they up and left. And we don't ask for help, we don't cry no tears. We know walking through hell, it can take some years. But we don't blame no one, cause it may be our fault. We may be all the names that we've been called. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but probably not. Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll go back a little bit. I'm trying to get a little bit better at timing it before I talk. I'm working on it, guys. It is a process that I am learning. I agree with what he's saying here, and I don't know if this is all that he's saying, but I kind of think that maybe he's talking about, people like to look at Tom as problematic because he is influencing the culture through his music, and nobody can stop him because he's independent. He's proud of the fact that that he's a problem, because that's kind of his MO, right? That's his MO. His MO is, you can't control me. But I mean, the ultimate thought process here is he really a problem? Or is it the other people that are really a problem? You say Tom's a problem, but maybe I think Tom's unique. He is a big cultural problem that, he's problematic and we need to take him out. I don't know if that's going to happen, but you know what I'm saying. They can't culturally control Tom with it, and because of his music, right? And his independence. I think I don't know if it's kind of a symbiosis type thing, with the music and the independence that they're needed. That's why Tom would never work in the mainstream, because there wouldn't be that symbiosis. The reason Tom sings what he sings is because of his independence. You say he's a problem, I say he's unique. More than the music, I like Tom's uniqueness. It's more than music to me. It's more the person. I like the person, Tom. When I see those interviews and you get to see him as a person, the dude is grounded, man. He's grounded. Mad respect for that dude, man. When I see him sit there in that chair and he's saying, I made this on my own, and you aren't going to tell me what I am going to say or sing. And then here's the interviewer. Oh, you're a problem. No, he's not a problem. He's unique.
Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve. And we've all been hooked on something. Pills or beer, mobile phones, and we've all done things that we regret to avoid laying alone.
True.
And Lord, we've had some bad days, depressed and anxious or drunk and stoned, and we've all had nights when we go to sleep and don't want to live no more. But we don't ask for help, we don't cry no tears. We know walking through hell, it can take some years. But we don't blame no one, cause it may be our fault. We may be all the names that we've been called. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong.
He's going into the hook, so I'm gonna stop it. Yeah, well, I mean, he's right. Like I said at the beginning, he's taking responsibility for his actions, but I do think that Tom ultimately understands the fact that I must fail, I must lose, I must do things. You know, those things are going to happen, but because I have lost, because I have failed, I ultimately will triumph. Have you guys ever got into the poetry stuff? There is Kipling does a lot of stuff on this, and I know Tom kind of gets into the poetry, but Kipling talks about triumph and disaster, and that they're just imposters, right? And they're just the same. And the triumph and the disaster, you almost need each other, you know, but they almost kind of, it's like a yin and yang thing. You have disaster, but because you have had the disaster, you know, you're at rock bottom, you know, and your life has just been totally destroyed. The only thing that can happen then is triumph. You must go up instead of go down. And I see Tom, and, you know, you see him in his life, and, you know, I understand some of Tom's hardships. I don't know of everything, but he seems to have had it pretty rough. You know, there's a lot of bad things that's happened in his life, but because of that, he has triumphed, and they almost need him, and you almost need him to, you know, to kind of balance out your life as a person. You know, you need the triumphs, you need the disasters. Look up Kipling. Very interesting. That particular one that talks about triumph and disaster, that was called If. Yeah. Real interesting. I got a little poetry thing on my phone. There's apps for it. You can pull up poetry and stuff like that. If's a good one. It actually kind of relates to this song quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let's go back.
No, walking through hell, it can take some years, but we don't blame no one, cause it may be our fault. We may be all the names that we've been called. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong, maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but probably not. Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve. And we ain't afraid of hard times pass. And there will be dark nights, but they don't ever last.
Right,
we ain't
brother.
waiting for sunlight, we're pouring out gas. We're proud to be the problems light a match. And maybe we're losers.
Burn it down, man. Burn it down, brother. You get that defiant. See, it's just defiance, man. I love that crap. You know I do. You know I do.
We ain't waiting for sunlight, we're pouring out gas. We're proud to be the problems light
Light
a
the match, baby. Light
and
the match.
maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong, maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but probably not. Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong, maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but probably not. Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve.
Love it, man. Give him the middle finger, brother. Give him the middle finger. Give him the middle finger. Don't forget his album is coming out. I'm going to leave this up for just a moment. You know what? I'm going to leave it up while I talk here real quick. So that way you guys can see. You know, I do like the referencing of he throws that Babe reference in there. I know he's talking about Nova. I love them as a team. You guys know that. And I am just supremely jealous of his ability to, you know, go into guitar Tom, go into rap Tom, all of these different things. It just makes me, I'm just in awe of the guy's talent. Every time I hear him, he brings something different, you know, whether it be a, you know, laughter from me or a tear or, you know, seriousness or just something to help myself reflect on the mistakes that I've made and I've overcome, just like this song. It kind of made me think of a lot of the things that I've done wrong in life, right? But I've overcame them. And because I've overcame them, the triumph and disaster, you know, I am a better person. I am a better person. And as you age, you know, a lot of people who are young, I mean, I would probably say it really doesn't start to hit you about how important failure is until you're in your 50s. Then you really start to think back, you know, if I would not have failed, I would have never met my wife. You know, I was married once, you know, a couple years and it didn't work out. And because of my failure, I met my wife and I have my children and I have my grandkids and I have, you know, I have a good life. She's good with money. I'm not. And, you know, because of her, I'm able to, you know, I was able to thrive. And, you know, failure is so important. Losing is so important. So if you call somebody a loser, are they really a loser? Or maybe they're just in a down point right now. And at some point, they will triumph. I mean, I try to look at it as a positive thing. He might have lost or she might have lost, but some point they are going to triumph because you can only go down so far, right? And I like how Tom has basically, because of his low points in his life, you know, the problems in his life, he has flipped the script, and now he's turning all of that into a problem for the wackadoodles out there. Love Tom. Hey, guys, thanks for letting me talk a little bit tonight. I've missed you guys. I missed you. The Hog family, you're one of my favorites. You guys are always so polite. You're always so courteous. A lot of you are my age, and I really relate to you. And I just love seeing your comments down below. I really have been having a blast spending time with you guys every day. And I apologize I did not get this out you know, when it was released, but I'll do better next time. I will try. I will succeed. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day tomorrow. Hey, and if you got sunshine in your area, make sure you get out and enjoy it. Vitamin D is king. Peace.